So now what I'm doing is I'm trying to affix the drum skin to the lyre, and I was planning on doing this with a hot glue gun, but one small issue is that it doesn't seem to be sticking to the drum skin. So I've got to figure out a way to make this happen. So what I'm trying to do is create a seal between the outside and like the lip of the drum skin and the underside to sort of get the glue to form all around it. I don't know if it's working. I do know that there's now a spoon stuck to it. It's sort of working a bit, but it needs to be able to hold a lot of tension, so this may just now work. I may have to try something like super glue. Might be a good idea. I don't know if it's that the glue isn't drying fast enough or it just can't adhere because drum skin is too smooth. Now I've got hot glue everywhere, so people are familiar with crafting. This is a very familiar. I want this to work. Okay. I'm not entirely sure this is going to stick, so what I might have to do is I might just have to leave for today and come back tomorrow and try to make that work. Yeah, we'll see what the goings on are. Because I really want this to be done. But you know what we're gonna do? Okay, the ancient method of doing this was they took string and tightened it around. I kind of suspect in my heart of hearts they must have used some sort of ancient glue or epoxy from something, perhaps the tortoise bits that they didn't use that because this would have originally been a tortoise shell and you could use the like horn of the tortoise. But I'm gonna see if I sort of tighten this up. I'm using fishing line. Just because that's what they had in Walmart. Tighten this up. Is it going to stick better? I hope the answer is yes. I suspect the answer is going to be no. This doesn't seem like my day for lyre making. Maybe it's just not faded today. That's okay. The drum skin is very thick, so it's hard to get your needle through. Okay. Just sort of going around the edge of the drum skin, just trying to tighten it up a little bit with the tension of the string. I don't know if this is going to work. I strongly suspect it is not going to. Okay. Okay. Kind of looks like it might sort of be working, which is weird. I'm not used to things working for me today. It's not been a banner day just because I'm so outside of my element. I also think I now realize I had the wrong side of the drum, I believe. Okay, so that's maybe good that it didn't work then. Maybe I was being blessed. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this through, and then I'm gonna take this and drape it over, and then we're gonna see what we can do. Okay, so what I can do is sort of maybe wrap the string around, and that'll just give like the glue a scaffolding to sort of surround the drum skin because it seems to be too smooth to stick to. So just taking my fishing line through the drum skin. And again, this would have been an ancient technique. The ancients probably weren't as stressed as maybe they were stressed about other things. I didn't use fishing line. I don't know about the needle. Maybe they just poked holes and used their hands. I'm not sure about needle technology. But so I'm sort of making it come down more on the bowl by doing this. Like I'm just tightening it a little bit, and it actually seems to sort of kind of be working, like a little bit, like kind of sort of maybe. Yeah. Okay. And again, I have no knowledge of actually how to do this. I don't know if I boiled the drum skin right. I probably didn't. It looks super weird. Also, it shrunk a lot, which, you know, if I don't know if shrinking is a normal thing when you boil drum skin. I know nothing about drum skin. This is actually made of goat skin, so goat hide. I don't know a lot about goat hide and instrumentational uses. The only goats I've ever known were alive. And that's the extent of my goat knowledge, is that they like pets. But this goat is kind of beyond even physical affection too. Though I'm very affectionate to it for agreeing, I don't know if agreeing, being in my project. Okay, so I'm gonna keep sewing, and then I think I'm gonna tie the line behind the arm, and then I'm gonna try to like pull it down and glue again, and hopefully that's gonna help. So we shall see. This needs to form a drum to make like a soundboard, essentially. Like it needs to be taut, and it needs to it needs to work, which would be nice. It would be nice if it worked. That would be cool. But yeah, it's okay. So I don't know, I hope the camera can see that, but there's a screw that is attached to the base of my arm, just to give it more stability. Screws are not any, I mean, they're round, like in sort of different elements, but a Phillips head screw that was screwed in with a power tool, which this one was, is not an ancient thing, but it's what I did. I'm going to use it to sort of anchor the thing and pull it, the skin, and pull it taut. And then I think I'm going to tie off and cut it, and then sort of begin with the other side, and then I'm going to go back and pull it like really, really, really tight, and then I'm going to stick glue absolutely everywhere. So yeah, this actually seems to be working, which is maybe not surprising because it's what like you should technically be doing. If I was like more skilled, it's what I would have started with, but like I'm a hot glue person at heart. That's just who I am. Notice the Lyre already has a lot of hot glue in it. I can't do that because I need to tie it. Okay. So now I've got to tie it. I've sort of ran out of thread, which is good, because just sort of another point to how I don't know if it opens. Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna go check that out. Okay. Now I'm tying off the thread, hopefully. I will be putting okay. It is at this point that I realize I have not prepared to cut the thread, which makes sense. I prepared for very little of this. So I'm going to take my seam ripper and just kind of saw it off. Which I'm sure is not bad for the rest of the thread or going to cause anything else to tear. There you go. Right. So now I'm going to put some hot glue there just to secure the knot. Okay. And then I'm going to keep sewing and hope everything works out.